Imagine standing on a threshold one step forward, and there's no going back. Across history, humanity has crossed points of no return, choices so irreversible that they reshaped civilizations, ethics, and our very future. Some were moments of hubris, some of necessity, some of blind curiosity. But each left scars that cannot be erased. Before we dive, if you're fascinated by history's darkest crossroads and forbidden decisions, make sure you hit like and subscribe, because what you'll see next is both shocking and haunting. Warning 10. The burning of the Library of Alexandria. The Library of Alexandria was the repository of all human knowledge in the ancient world. Scholars traveled from every corner of the Mediterranean to consult its scrolls. But in a devastating moment, centuries of accumulated wisdom vanished in flames either through war, decree, or negligence. The exact cause remains debated. Philosophies, histories, and scientific understanding disappeared forever. Humanity crossed a point from which certain knowledge could never be fully recovered. Present-day parallel. Today, digital knowledge is more abundant than ever, yet cyber attacks, AI mismanagement, and unchecked digital censorship threaten to create modern burnings, where vast portions of our collective memory could be lost. Future question: how many scrolls of human experience do we risk losing if our archives fail or AI decides what is worthy of preservation? Warning 9. The Qin Book Burnings. Emperor Qin Shi Huang, obsessed with consolidating power, ordered all philosophical and historical texts that contradicted his ideology destroyed. Scholars were silenced, centuries of wisdom erased. In his pursuit of control, the empire ensured the homogenization of thought. Humanity lost the diversity of perspectives that could have saved it from authoritarianism. Present-day parallel. Modern regimes still manipulate history and knowledge, curating truth to consolidate power. Social media echo chambers act as digital book burnings, subtly shaping thought through algorithmic bias. Future question: could future societies face knowledge censorship so extreme that innovation itself becomes impossible? Warning 8. The creation of nuclear weapons. In 1945, humanity unlocked the ability to annihilate itself in an instant. The Manhattan Project's scientists wrestled with the moral consequences, yet the bombs fell on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The nuclear age began an irreversible shift where a single decision could end millions of lives within moments. Present-day parallel. Today, nuclear arsenals remain, with new states joining the club, making global destruction more likely. The mere existence of these weapons keeps humanity perpetually at a point of no return. Future question: will humanity ever learn restraint, or are we doomed to repeat this brinkmanship? Warning 7. Normalization of transatlantic slavery. For centuries, millions were stripped of their freedom, dignity, and lives. The transatlantic slave trade embedded racial hierarchies, economic dependence, and cultural trauma so deep that the effects echo even today. This was not just a human rights catastrophe, it was a moral threshold humanity crossed, signaling tolerance of systemic dehumanization. Present-day parallel. Modern slavery exists in subtler forms: forced labor, human trafficking, systemic discrimination. Societies have normalized inequality in ways reminiscent of this dark past. Future question: can humanity ever fully repair the ethical fractures caused by normalized exploitation? Warning 6. Industrial pollution threshold. The Industrial Revolution brought prosperity but also unleashed mass pollution. Air, rivers, and soil became poisoned. Species went extinct. Entire ecosystems were irreversibly damaged. Humanity had crossed a threshold where the planet itself began pushing back, the first whisper of climate collapse. Present-day parallel. We are now at global tipping points: deforestation, Colorado levels, ocean acidification, and signs of irreversible damage are evident worldwide. Future question: how much longer can Earth endure before these thresholds lock in catastrophic consequences? Warning 5. AI autonomy decisions. The first AI systems capable of decision-making independently were celebrated. But with autonomy comes irreversible consequences. Early AI experiments in warfare, finance, and surveillance have already made decisions that could not be undone, from stock market crashes to targeted strikes. Humanity has handed over control to systems whose long-term effects remain unknown. Present-day parallel. Autonomous drones, predictive policing, and AI in medicine are stepping stones to irreversible societal shifts. Every algorithm we trust could shape humanity in ways we cannot retract. Future question: at what point will AI make a decision that humanity can no longer reverse? Warning 4. Start of the Khmer Genocide. When the Khmer Rouge took power in Cambodia, an ideological extremity led to systematic extermination, forced labor, and cultural erasure. Villages were emptied, histories erased, and entire generations lost. The world witnessed an irreversible collapse of a civilization from within. Present-day parallel. Extremist ideologies persist globally, and mass atrocities continue in hidden corners, often under the radar of international intervention. Future question: will humanity recognize the early warning signs before another genocide irreversibly unfolds? Warning 3. Hiroshima decision. Dropping the atomic bomb was a single act that forever changed the moral and strategic landscape of war. The immediate loss of life was horrifying, but the long-term radiation, political tension, and precedent for future nuclear use created consequences humanity could never undo. Present-day parallel. Nuclear diplomacy and clandestine weapons programs constantly threaten similar irreversible decisions. Future question: can we ever have a war strategy without the risk of global annihilation? Warning 2. Climate tipping points. Scientific models now warn that certain climate thresholds like ice sheet collapse and permafrost thaw could trigger feedback loops. Humanity is already witnessing rising oceans, desertification, and extreme weather. These are decisions and inactions that cannot be reversed within our lifetimes. Present-day parallel. Every ton of CO emitted adds to irreversible warming. Policies, industry, and societal habits today lock in tomorrow's climate realities. Future question: what if we've already passed the point where adaptation is possible? Warning 1. Genetic manipulation ethics. CRISPR and other gene editing technologies offer unprecedented control over life itself. But with power comes irrevocable responsibility. Editing human embryos, creating designer organisms, or altering ecosystems could have consequences that echo for generations. Choices humanity cannot unmake. Present-day parallel. Debates rage over ethics of AI-designed babies, synthetic biology, and ecological engineering. Every choice in this realm is a step past a point of no return. Future question: will future generations inherit the benefits, or the nightmares, of choices we make today? Humanity's history is a testament to the irreversible. From burning libraries to shaping life itself, every crossing of the point of no return forces us to confront our own agency, responsibility, and mortality. If this journey into history's darkest decisions captivated you, make sure to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe because next, we'll explore even deeper thresholds humanity has dared to cross.